So there I was, driving around, minding my own business, when I suddenly drove into a cop ambush and started to get hunted down like a wild animal. Of course, I tried to defuse the situation, but the cops wouldn't listen to reason. After coming back from the experience known as death, I had an epiphany, and that was to start a counterfeit money operation in GTA 5 online. So yeah, that's basically what I did. I got some equipment, some new headlamps, and a brand new gaming PC with the 2070 Super and a 10700F. I couldn't be happier. So I went ahead over to my brand new gaming PC, logged in, and set up the business. Shortly after, I got a call from LJT. He then told me that I had to get some supplies in order to start my totally legal counterfeit operation. So yeah, I hopped into the stockade and dipped out of the parking lot. Then made my way back without any altercations whatsoever, and the setup was now officially complete. But while inspecting all my things, I noticed that it felt a little bit empty. So I decided that a staff upgrade was totally necessary. Now, it wouldn't be some time before the staff would actually arrive, so I just drove around town. It was then at this moment that I noticed a highly suspicious individual run out of a grocery store. Of course, fearing for my life, I gave him a ride. Shortly thereafter, I noticed another player in his car, and we had a pretty wholesome moment. But then, things took a very violent turn. Obviously, frightened by the whole situation, I tried to escape, but got a concussion instead. A few hours later, I went over to this very not suspicious building and checked to see if my employees were finally there. They had indeed arrived. But I did question whether or not they had received the proper training for this job. This guy was just standing holding a clipboard, for crying out loud. Deciding that I had seen enough of my business, I decided to become a CEO while the stock levels rose. And yeah, I did my first headhunter mission. Things started off very smoothly until a random Santa Claus just decided to kill me. And he must have thought that it was funny the first time because he did it again. The second target was honestly pretty easy to kill, but the third one got away after a random NPC decided to block me with his truck. Eventually, I did catch up with the third target, but he had taken a significant amount of my time away, and that was not good because the last target was all the way across the map. I knew at this moment that I had to be really fast, so I drove over a mountain, jumped off of a cliff, and rolled down off of another cliff, up until I realized that I only had 1 minute left. So I did what any reasonable individual would do in my situation, and that was self-implode. After checking back on my stock, it obviously wasn't high enough, so I did a job called Sightseer. I then used my epic math skills to figure out the location of the package. I then drove all the way towards the location, got out of my car, ran towards the beach, and found the package near some rocks. It was then at this moment that I realized that I was not looking for just one package, but in fact 3 packages. So then I did what you guess what I would do, and then did a little bit of this, a little bit of that, until the cops finally intervened. I then checked on my stock level for the 3rd time of the day and decided that it was profitable enough. So I sold it for $48,000 and got a call by LJT again. I had to get into the post-up van and drop off the goods over at several houses. This part of the mission was honestly pretty easy. I thought there would be enemies at least trying to stop me somehow, but no, it was pretty straightforward. Halfway through the mission, I decided to ruin someone's childhood. Around 3 minutes later, I arrived at the final house, and I wanted to take it all in, actually. I looked around at my surroundings, took a deep, fresh breath of air, and delivered the final package. In the span of around 15 minutes, I had managed to earn $48,000. I didn't have much time to celebrate though because I heard another snowman. I tried beating him up, but it turns out you can't do that to a snowman, so I had to resort to what I know best, which is blowing things up with C4. I also blew up some other things that were not snowmen, yeah, even myself. But yeah, that was basically the whole counterfeit money operation that I set up in GTA 5 Online. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.